Hey, are y'all feeling a new backdrop? Let me know if you like this more than some of my other backdrops in my other videos. So Jesus' disciples were in a boat, took off for sail, and 3 or 4 miles into their trip, a massive storm just came out of nowhere. So they look out and they see a man walking on the water. They're like terrified. In a typical Jesus fashion, he's like, look, don't be afraid. I'm here. I don't know about y'all, but I was scared of snot. I mean, Jesus could have told me, nah, it's me, it's me, it's me. I still might have been like, it said that they were eager. They became eager. They knew who Jesus was. And their fear turned into eager. It's, oh yeah, like, oh, come on. Forget that Jesus is here for us. And we have like a false expectation. On being Christian is, we think since Jesus is a protector, but we think that we won't have to endure things. And or society has this like, oh, you believe in God, so you shouldn't have to go through things, which is so wrong. And since we have this false perception of Jesus, when the storm finally does come, a lot of us believers, this mindset that we shouldn't go through anything, and when it finally does come, we forget that he's here for us. I'm in this storm, I'm in adversity, which I shouldn't be to begin with. Jesus must not be here for me. Like, Jesus isn't here for me. And that is the problem. We forget that Jesus is here for us. These disciples were terrified and nervous because they didn't know that Jesus was here for us. And when Jesus told them, they got eager. We forget that Jesus is there for us. And we must be eager. We have to have that eagerness, knowing that Jesus is here for us in the midst of the storm. But since you have this expectation that you won't go through anything, you forgot that Jesus is there for you because you think that you're not supposed to go through things to begin with. And that is a false reality. That's a false perception. That's a false expectation. And you put this expectation that you will never have to go through things. Now that you finally went through something, you got let down. And because you got let down, you think that Jesus is not there for you. That's not the case. I want you to know that Jesus is there for you, but you must remove this mindset that you won't go through things, because that will change how you handle going through things with the right mindset, removing that false expectation. And that's not your fault. Society pushes that. Believers and unbelievers, a lot of unbelievers think that, well, a lot of unbelievers like to ridicule believers when they see them going through stuff like, you believe in God and you're this big churchy guy, but why are you going through this? See, that's why God's not real now. That's what they like to tell believers. And that's like not the case. It's a society, we have to remove that false expectation. And God and Jesus never said that. Never did God and Jesus say that you won't have to go through things. But we, like I said, have that false expectation. And that false expectation causes us to not want to let him in when we're in the storms. So a lot of us are in storms or in, going through hard times, whatever that might be. And the disciples were eager to let him in the boat. A lot of us don't want to let Jesus in our lives because we have this resentment towards him. Because again, we have this false expectation and we got let down, and we might have got let down in the past or let down now. So we like, you know what? We don't even want to let Jesus in. I might not even believe in Jesus anymore. I don't even believe in God anymore. I don't believe in none of this anymore. I now have formed this resentment towards God and towards anything faith related because I myself had this false expectation of God, but God never said that you won't go through anything. And that resentment that we have, which is pride and all type of things, this resentment that we have has us going through storms and going through battles all by ourselves. All by ourselves. When you're in a storm by yourself, it can be hard. It really can be. It can lead to depression. It can lead to anxiety, suicidal thoughts, drug use, all these different things, because you feel like the weight of the world is by yourself and you don't know how to navigate through the storm. So you're dealing with feelings of loneliness and all these different feelings that can come from being in a storm by yourself. And you might have started dibbling and dabbling with some things, forming some bad habits because these habits, going out more, drinking, drug use, sleeping around, getting in a bad relationship, whatever it might be, you have formed these bad habits because that makes you feel like this is gonna help you get through it. I wanna tell you that nothing can help you get through a storm like Jesus. Nothing can truly fulfill you and give you what you need other than Jesus through the storm. You need Jesus. You have to remove that false expectation that has caused this resentment to not let Jesus in your life. If you're going through something, I want to encourage you, if you're going through something, remove the resentment, remove that anger, bitterness you have towards God. I know some people who might have lost a loved one or got sick or had some traumatic experience happen to them and begin to ask God, like, God, where were you through all that? Where were you? Why did this happen to me, God? Why'd you let this happen to me, God? Where were you when I needed you? And now from that traumatic experience that has happened has caused them to never let God in again. And I want to tell you guys this. God never said that you won't go through any things. But God promised to be with you to go through those things. God loves you guys. God is so loving. Things will happen, but the difference between you and an unbeliever is when you have God in your life and you invite him into your situation, he will show up immediately and help you. He will show up immediately and help you get through the storm. So where he's like, you know what? I see you're in the storm. I know you've been feeling all the way to the world. I'm the only one who knows how you're feeling, what you're feeling. And I know your inner thoughts. Look, I'm going to come into your situation and I'm going to give you 4 things to help you get through this situation. And not only am I going to give you things to help you get through the situation, I'm going to be with you through this situation. The 4 things I'm going to give you is not only do I come along, but I come with peace. Not only do I come with peace, I come with joy, I come with the strength that you're going to need to get you through this. And I come with, what was the 4 things? I come with peace, joy, strength, and hope that things will get better. I'm going to give you all those things because these tools, along with me, are going to help you get through this problem. And once we get through it, you're going to be stronger from it. It says that as soon as Jesus got on the boat, immediately they arrived at their destination. I want to encourage you guys that the moment that you get in, you let him in your life, immediately Jesus is going to get active in your life and help you get to your destination, which is getting through the storm. Immediately when Jesus got in there, they got through the storm. Jesus will help you get through the storm if you allow him in, remove that false expectation, remove all bitterness and resentment that you might have had in the past because you felt that he wasn't there for you. No, God was always there for you. God is always working. God is always moving. And I know you can't see it, but God is there for you to help you get through anything that you have been through. I love you and I hope that helps.